Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video I'm going to show you how to diagnose and how to fix a fast blinking situation. If you're using your right or left blinker and it's blinking fast, let me demonstrate. So when we put on the left blinker, you can see that it's blinking really fast like that. The right blinker is blinking normally. All right. So let me show you the steps and what you need to do to check to see exactly what's causing this. So this is what it looks like from the front. So we can see that both of the bulbs and the parking and the side marker lights are both working. So it's not those bulbs. So if we go to the right side of the truck, we can see that this is how it's supposed to be blinking, just for reference. We see that the trailer LED lights or the ramp LED lights are blinking, and hopefully you can see that on the camera because the sun is really bright, but we have proper blinking in the rear on the right side. All right, so what do? How do we fix this? Well, the very first thing that we need to do is we need to remove the left side tail light and look and see if the bulbs are burned out. All right, so these are very easy to take out. You just need a Phillips screwdriver, and there is one Phillips screw at the top, and then one down here at the bottom. Once we do that, just take the tail light assembly and just pop it out like that. Now there are two tabs here and here that are in the shape of an L. Those correspond to the places in the sheet, the square places in the sheet metal here and here. So I've went ahead and turned the blinker assembly, or the left blinker, back on. As you can see, there's nothing happening. So we need to do just a little bit of diagnosis first. Let me wiggle the connector and we'll see if the lights come on and off. All right, so I am wiggling the wiring harness, the connector. We got nothing. So before we do anything else, I'm going to turn the parking light on and let's see if that gives us any power to our parking bulb. And consequently, you could also turn the headlights on. Doesn't matter, you can just turn the parking light on. Nothing. All right, so let's do a little bit of surgery here. All right, so I took the connector out so I could do this in the shade, but I'm just going to take a 1/4 inch nut driver and we're going to remove these two hex head bolts or screws. And what this is going to do is it's going to expose the 3 bulbs that are inside this assembly. And then this just lifts right up like that. There will be a gasket underneath right here. So here are our 3 bulbs. You can see that there's the parking bulb, the brake bulb, and the rear reverse bulb. So let's plug this in and see if these light up at all. All right, so I still have the blinker on, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug this in like this. Okay, you see that? See the bulbs are coming on. Now it's not blinking, But remember, we have the parking light on, so there's something weird going on. It's probably, it could either be the wiring harness or it could be this assembly right here. And the way this feels, I'm going to say that it's probably the assembly or the socket. Okay, so if I put a lot of pressure on there, you can see it's blinking. So we know it's not the bulb. So what do you do in a situation like this? Well, I'm going to tell you just from experience that these tail lights right here, as far as I know, unless you can find a Chevy dealer that has these are all made in Taiwan. I've had these on this truck for several years, and I had replaced, I believe it was another set of these, and you can test these if you want, but 99% of the time it's the circuit board in here. So I also have a problem, it's this one or the other side, where the tail light's actually coming apart. Probably the other side. But anyway, these are only like 60 bucks for 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just replace the tail light assembly, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so this is the brand new tail light assembly. It's the exact same brand. There's no difference whatsoever. Yep. So anyway, let's plug this in and see what happens. So I put the plug the tail light in, and look what happens. We have normal blinker function. Let's turn the light off there and just see if so everything's blinking as normal. All right, so to reinstall this, we have the 2 tabs, one here and one here, and they just fit into these sheet metal slots. So you just angle this, get them in that first, and then just rotate it in like that, and then we'll go ahead and attach our screws. All right, so here's the brand new one. Gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna remove the 2 Phillips screws from the side. Pop it out. Take the connector loose. Okay, so this one's good. I'll keep this one as a spare, just in case. And we will put the connector back in. Alright, so before I bolt it in or screw it back in, I'm going to turn the blinker on and make sure it's good. Alright. All right, so I see a lot of these old Chevys, the old body style Chevys with these tail lights on the road that have fast blinking problems. So always, probably I would say more times than not, it's usually one of the front blinkers bulbs that have burned out, and it will give you that fast blink. But in my case, it was the circuit board for the replacement lens. So I don't know how long this circuit board will last, I think probably maybe 5 or 6 years ago I'd replaced them, but I'm gonna put a link down below on Amazon. That's where I got these from. Like I said, they were, I think it was less, I think it was actually 56 bucks or something like that for the pair, for both of them. So that's pretty good. They don't make, as far as I'm almost 90% sure you can't buy these. You know, your only choice is these parts from Taiwan. That's it, unless you can find one in a junkyard. But if you find an original one in a junkyard, it's the lens is probably gonna either be super brittle or cracked or something like that. So anyway, it's all right, as long as they work. So anyway, if you have that problem, check that out, and hopefully yours will be an easy fix like mine was.